Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another event video here on Marvel Strike Force. And in today's video, we're going to start with a recap of Battleworld, which is going to be starting on Tuesday, remember? And for a lot of people, this is going to be their unlock for Knull. Sorry, maybe not for a lot of people, but for some, if you were on difficulty 4 and moved up to 5, that kind of thing, or you've been on 5 for the last 2 runs. We're also going to be talking about The Legend is Born. I believe that's the name of the main event. We have the third week of the anniversary events, but this is like, I guess, like the G21 that we have now. We're going to be earning some currency called the X coins, which is going to be used in a new event store that's going to be starting on Monday. And we're going to be breaking down the numbers for the event. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Okay, so very quickly, I just want to do a reminder here about Battleworld, which is going to be going live on Tuesday, and it's really important that we, again, for some of us, we are going to be getting Knull unlocked by next Saturday, basically, right? I mean, Knull's battle is on Friday, and then I think that it pays out on Saturday. So we're going to see some huge changes to the game, particularly the arena meta, come next weekend. So it's pretty important that you engage with this. Now, it seems like the reward side of things is the same. I haven't noticed anything different. I took a look at things. You can do the preview, of course. Make sure, actually, BPS, if you moved up on difficulties, make sure you change your difficulty to the right setting. Make sure that your captain or your alliance leader is aware of this and that they change this so that it applies for the next Battleworld Siege, because that's going to be really important. If you went from 4 to 5, or if you went from any of the other ones up to another difficulty, make sure that this gets swapped, because it does not do that automatically. Now, as far as the preview goes, the zones are the same. They didn't make any changes. I'm kind of surprised. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. That they did not reapply Spec Ops or anything like that. They didn't make any other adjustments. I don't know when, if they will at all change Battleworld until Battleworld 2, right? They made some references about it being a MCU character. We'll have to see more when news on that comes out. But as far as the Knull front goes, it is exactly the same. The battle is going to be an auto fest like it was before. And honestly, I don't see myself doing any videos this week on Battleworld, because it is exactly the same, right? It's auto content for the most part. And when it comes to the Knull battle, I did a video on that actually already, where the best teams for me was Astral and honestly, I can't even remember. I might try to use Starjammers this time around. We'll see if that does anything, because I know they have a lot of anti-barrier mechanics. But by and large, it was just really easy, because getting the rewards and getting the 1 kill on Knull, even on D5, was super easy. Like, if I'm not mistaken, that my Astral walked away with 25%, on Knull's hit points on just that one team alone. So I think that like 3 or 4 people honestly could clear Knull. And that's all you need to do for the shards. If you want to push for the ranking score, the VP score, and stuff like that, go nuts. But by and large, most people are just looking for the shards, unless you're moving up difficulties. But if you're a team, if you're an alliance that's already at D5, realistically, all you need to do is 1 clear and walk away. That's the funny thing. So it's not super exciting by any means. Just make sure that you're engaged in this, because the Knull shards are important. Knull's unlock is important. And I do want to talk about that, because they've kind of come out and said that we're all getting a 4 yellow for free. When you unlock Knull, you'll also unlock a special milestone called the King in Black. Play every day and complete your daily objectives to progress the King in Black milestone and unlock 4 Red Star Knull. Now, what this seems to sound like is that when you unlock Knull, so maybe not this week or this month, but maybe the next time you unlock Knull, it should still be there as well. I hope that's the case, and this is not just like a limited time one instance. Now, how are you going to go about getting more than 4 Knull, 4 red Knull? Because next month, right, for those of us who are unlocking this month, we'll probably get a 5 yellow next month. So I think he's going to be a dark promotion credit character. I don't have any guarantees on that, but I'm at 137 shards. So that means 237 and then 337, which gets me to 5, right? So not this time, but next time I am going to have 5 yellow Knull. And how do I get those red star upgrades? Well, hopefully that becomes more clear soon, but I have a suspicion that is probably going to be dark promotion credits, or maybe some sort of auction leaderboard, something like that. They'll do something, right? And he is going to be instantly arena meta, which is going to be really, really important before people start unlocking Xavier. The vast majority of us are not unlocking Xavier, but that's how we're going to pivot here into the event talk, because that stuff is going to be really important as well. So let's just start things off here with the Lucky 7. This is going to be the anniversary event. Actually, let's remove the cam box, of course, because the table's in the way. I'm in the way of the table. But this is going to be your Old Man Logan costume, right? This is going to be super easy stuff you've already done before. Battle with cosmic characters, battle with Shield Medic in Blitz at 7 yellow, and then do all the stuff that you've already been doing, because we just did the Jean Grey costume. And so that's there. You get some more month-long currency. You get a little bit of red stuff. Here are some Crimson Gear, some XP if you still need it, more tokens, the month-long currency, and some Commander XP if you need it, and Omega Sentinel shards for some god knows reason. I don't know why they have that. And also, there is the Shield Medic 7th anniversary costume here at the end as well. So this is super easy to clear. We have the web milestone, which is associated with this. Again, same as usual, eventful energy, which is the anniversary, and then showcase energy for the Starjammer. So those two there, this is super easy to clear. You don't need to do any coring for this. Make sure that you're not coring for this, and I don't know unless you really want to, but I wouldn't. And then we have the chart for this coming week's main event. So this is going to be a legend is born. Yeah, it's like, what is the name of the event? This is the Patriots Unlock event. So there's enough Patriot shards in here for that, but there's a lot of these X coins. Now, as of recording the video, the X coin event store is not live. I may do a follow-up video on Monday, perhaps, if it's necessary, just to talk about what you should be using, do a review of the store, that kind of thing, maybe. Because there is a lot of these X coins up for grabs, and I am curious what the cost of the G20 minis are going to be, because that's the primary usage of them. There's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 70, 100 down here. So the unlock for Patriot is at milestone 14 at 47,000 points. There is some additional Patriot shards down there, which is going to be hard if you did not hoard. So getting these additional milestones is going to be quite challenging if you didn't hoard energy, right? That's something that I personally recommended that people do, or did rather, on my Friday blog post. Or I didn't do a blog post video, but my Friday video anyways. And my data mines video, actually, in fact, when I've been stacking up my campaign energy. So I recommended that if people wanted to push for this event, that they would do that. And actually, I'm going to do that again now, because this is, I'm recording this on Saturday evening, actually. So I'm being able to stack up a little bit more. And we're going to go into details about how that's going to affect your scoring for this. So we're going to jump on over into the math here. Legend is born. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So again, it's a 7-day event. Ooh, 7-day event, sorry. ISO 8. Nope. Sorry, it's campaign energy. My bad. I don't know why I said that. And also ignore the Crucible Starjammers. No, actually, that is there. But it's, I'll admit, I copied and pasted this one. Again, plus Lalandra and Crucible. There we go. Okay, there it's fixed. The rest is right. The rest is fine. 340,000 is the final milestone. We're probably going to get 500 daily points from the free claims. We've been getting that for these other events, right? We got it for the Hero's Journey, whatever it's called, right? We got 500 a day, so I'm assuming that's what we're going to get here. 280,000 reasonable purple L3 ions in this event. 100 Patriot shards at milestone 14 at 47,000 points. This is very easy to do. You're going to get 33,000 points for clearing waves in Battleworld. Now, this is important, right? Because that's 11 waves. I don't remember how many waves there are in each day. I think it's 5. No, maybe it's 7. I know that the Herald mission is just 1, and I think the other ones have 3. So I think it's 7. I think it's 7 waves. There's 3 missions, right? I think it's 7. I'm pretty sure. So this should be pretty easy for you to get done, right? If that's the case, then you only have to do 11 waves out of 21 waves. So it's not that bad. You should be able to clear this. So I'm assuming that everyone's going to do this. You get 5,000 points for using Lalandra and Crucible. You get 20,000 points for this X coin orb, which is not clear as to. I think it's a paid orb. I'm almost certain it's a paid orb. That's why you get lots of bulk points. I don't know how much it's going to cost. If it's worth getting for people who light spend, you'll have to make that decision for yourself. I know that there's going to be a lot of X coins in there. Now, for campaign energy, of course, you're going to be doing your standard 1,100 a day or more if you hoard it, I suppose. But this is 200 cores daily, is equivalent to about 1,100 energy per day. I'm expecting, once again, it to be a 4-to-1 ratio. I've done the math in terms of like, well, what does it look like if it was 6-to-1 or 8-to-1? 4-to-1 often seems to make sense. If it's higher than 4, great. They're being super generous. But in terms of where the points land us in the milestone, this makes sense. It's not arrows. Why did I have arrows? Coins, or we're earning coins, right? Coins over 7 days. Okay, got caught in another copy and paste because those Cupid arrows. 31,000 points though. That's right. Over 7 days. So that's 31,000 plus the 33 plus the 5 plus the free claim. Actually, did I include the? No, I did not include the free. Let's add the free claim in there. Then that'll give us to 72,500 points, which is approximately, double check that. That's very close to milestone 16, but not quite. You can see that milestone 16 is at 76,000 actually there. This is with it's probably going to be that much free claim. So it's very close. 3,500 divided by 4. It's actually not quite 2,000 because that was without the free claim. It's going to be about 1,000, maybe rounding up, about 1,000 energy short of milestone 16. So this is pretty easy to get, right? Even if you hoard it for like a day or two, you should have that amount of energy to get to milestone 16, which is pretty good. And that's something that I personally recommend. Just full screen really quickly here. You can see the X coins here at milestone 16 is an additional 125,000. Also, you get 100,000 at milestone 15. So how many total? We have 75, 175, 275, 375, 475, 575, 675, 800,000 X coins if you get all the way up to milestone 16. So that sounds like a lot, and very well could be a lot, but I don't know what the conversion is. I don't know what we're going to be getting out of that. I do want to double check the X-Coin shop here just to clarify what they said about this. So the X-Coin shop is your big chance to get a major influx of Gear 20 gear. So I'm going to hold them to that, but I know that they tend to inflate their words in terms of what we actually end up getting. The 800,000 X coins that we're expected to get from this event, we'll see how much of this actually ends up getting converted to G20 gear, how much it costs. Like maybe that's if it's, you know what, if it's 10,000 a piece and we're getting 80 G20 gear, that'd be great. G20 minis, that'd be amazing. But I don't know if that's what the cost is going to be. Earn it from events and select offers. They didn't say how long it's going to be around though, the X-Coin store, like in general. We'll have to see when it goes live. It might actually be live later on today. Select the gear tier 20 pieces for your characters. You'll need your character, yeah, blah, 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 for Xavier, right? Store opens on Monday at 2 p.m. Okay, and then my final recommendations or my notes for this event. It is not a leaderboard event, right? We just had the leaderboard event with the Hero's Journey, but there will be a lot of X coins for the G20 store. Now, I will say that once you've made it to this milestone 16, it's going to be very expensive for you to get to milestone 70, and there's no X coins there. It's just 20 Patriot shards. So I don't actually personally, because there's no leaderboard, I don't personally recommend going past here, right? That would be another 22,000 points, and that's going to be over 5,500 energy that you would have had to hoard in addition, right, to get this. And there's no X coins in there. So what I would say is that once you hit milestone 16, stop, maybe continue hoarding for the next event, the next campaign energy event, that kind of thing. I guess that would be entirely up to you how you want to do that. Actually, hold on. What are we getting for the? No, we're not getting X coins for spending campaign energy. I need to back this up a second. Sorry. Why am I doing this at the last minute? I thought you were getting X coins, but I don't think it is actually. Now that I think about it, I should have read more clearly. It's an orb, right? The crimson orb. Where is that? There's some sort of spending legend orb fragments. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it wasn't X coins. Part of me thought that you were getting flat X coins from camp energy. You're not. You're getting these orbs. And what is in the orbs? I actually data mined that as well. And I just wanted to go back, double check to the data mine. Sorry for killing your time here. And the legend orb contains crimson gear, teal gear, gold, and more. So you'll have to reevaluate that if you think it's worth spending your campaign energy when you're actually doing this. If you want to get these orbs, again, push towards milestone 16. That's ideal. But it may be a little bit difficult if you didn't do any hoarding in advance. Though you could also just core into the 100s if you so desire. That's going to be it for this video, everyone. Otherwise, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Again, we might have a review on the X-Coin store when it does go live, either probably on Monday, if that's the case. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Boilon signing out. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.